Hey, it's Knockron here, and today I'm going to be trying a Cormorant, and it is set for an exotic, but I'm going to try it in a gamma. I'm going to gamble here. This is my race to 100 mil, and we are currently sitting at 50,834,452, and we are going to continue on with that. If you wish to support this channel, please go ahead and press that like button and the subscribe button, and I would greatly appreciate that. So, will I survive? Will I make ISK? Let's find out. Alright, into the abyss we go. Now, I know there's better ways of doing this, but I lost my Merlin, and I'm looking to make some money back, and I didn't have any filaments, and I'm like, why not? Let's see what happens. The worst thing that'll happen is I die, and I go back to the drawing board and do some missions to make some more money. But we're going to go ahead and try it this way. Alright, what is my gun? There we go. So far, pretty good. He is doing well. I was looking at some fits, and there are some ships that are supposed to be able to do any of the T-Zeros. And they really didn't look a whole lot different than this. I may have to adjust the ammo a little bit to better fit certain ones, but I think this should work. I really do. I'm really thinking this fit looks pretty solid, and I'm thinking that I should be able to use this in pretty much anything. But we will find out. All right, first one dead. Let's go ahead and approach. And we're just about done repping our damage. That's the one thing, is this repper is kind of slow. I may have to look into... Well, I don't think the T2 is really any different. So we'll have to look and see. All right. Our cap is coming back. This is not one of the faster destroyers. That is for sure. All right, we're going to slow boat it here. And we're going to coast on in, and then we're going to head to the gate. Let's see. Loot Fairy says, come on, something good. Loot Fairy says 342,000. Loot Fairy says, no way. So we'll give it one pulse here. We're going to let that cap raise up a little bit. So, first room, big disappointment. I'm going to have to be doing frigates, I think, just to make the ISK. Alright, let's go ahead and let's jump on in. That should be enough. Alright, we got a Lancer here. So we are going to go ahead and orbit this thing at 2,500. Okay, what range do we have? 32. We'll go ahead and start shooting the rockets. Rockets are not our main damage, but we'll go ahead and start with those. There we go. We got our guns on them. Go ahead and plop this on for a little bit here. Take a little bit of this off. And boom, he is down. So let's just approach. Take that out. Let's go ahead. We are going to run this. We're going to reload. And Loot Fairy says a little bit better, 432,000. All right. That's the one down thing, is this small just does not take a whole lot of damage off. And then I'm stuck waiting for my cap to come back up. But this ship is tanking nicely. I did lose my Merlin. I want to say it was to a devoted hunter. I just did not have the distance on the guns, and I did not have the ability to tank the damage that he was giving me while I was trying to get in and get the guns. All right, let's go ahead. That should be enough cap. Let's go ahead and jump in. Here is our last room. And we have 3 strike needles. All right. Turn on our afterburner. We're actually going to orbit that at 10. And we're going to go ahead and take out our first little friend here. Those should go down fairly quick. All right, last one. We go ahead and we're going to slow down here. And we're going to go ahead, let our repper run a little bit while we take care of this last guy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. So we found out that the exotic Corm can definitely do the gammas. That is what we're in, right? Yes. All right, so let's go ahead, turn that bad boy off. And let's go ahead and loot and see what the Loot Fairy has. And we're going to try another one just for grins. All right. Loot Fairy says, and not a whole lot, 435,000. So we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. We're going to let that cap build up. So let's see what we have. We have 1.34, so 1,340,000. There's gammas. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pause this here, and I'm going to go and get something. Let's try a Firestorm.
A few minutes later.
All right, I'm back, and I've decided I'm going to change this up a little bit. We did the gamma, so I got a 2 dark, 2 electrical, 2 Firestorm. I need 1 more exotic, but we're going to try all of them, and we're going to see what happens. So let's go ahead and use our Firestorm, and let's see if this is truly a ship that can do each one. All right, into the Abyss times number 2. It is a slow ship. It would definitely be a little bit more fun with something a little bit faster. And I don't think there's really anything in the T-Zeros that really is going to make it so you shouldn't use a micro warp drive. So I'll have to look into that. And it could be the fitting. It could be too much power grid or too much something else, CPU, something that makes it so you can't. But we'll find out. But not in this one. All right. So now this time I am I don't have my afterburner on. That is why I'm taking more damage. All right, stupid rookie mistakes. Not that it's really going to matter. It's just going to take more cap to wear that down. But all right. Turn that off. We'll let our shield booster do its thing. And let's see what we get for loot on this one. And we're going to wait till the very end to talk about how much loot we have all together, because I do have an assortment of filaments already in there. So this one was 302,000. All right. Turn that off. Let's head to the gate. Let our capacitor recharge a little bit. So theoretically, the electrical boosts your capacitor, so that one should be my best one. So I think I'm going to leave the electrical for last. But I definitely think that as an alpha pilot, it's a little bit safer to use a destroyer, but I think you're going to make more ISK using well, I know you're going to make more ISK using the frigates. So I would say that's going to be the best bet for anybody new, is try to get into a decent frigate. All right, that should be enough. Let's go ahead and jump in, and let's hit our second one. Room number 2. We have a striking Damavik. Should not be too difficult. Gonna start off with that. Let's get our afterburner going. Get our guns going. Interesting how I'm yellow box, but he hasn't started attacking me yet. Not that I'm complaining. Just kind of interesting. I've already got him into almost half armor before he finally decided to start attacking me. So I don't know if that's something because it's a T0, so it's meant for the newer pilots or what. But we are taking care of him pretty good. So no worries. Turn that off. I'm going to put our shield booster on since he's about dead. Let's go ahead and take that out. Loot Fairy says 442,000. So it seems to be about what we're going to get, is somewhere between 3 and 500k on average with this destroyer in a T0. All right. There we go. One more. All right. And we're just going to go ahead and let our cap recharge just a little bit. We are done with room number 2, and we are just under 5 minutes. Well, over 5 minutes. So not doing bad at all. I'm going to go ahead and play with fire. I'm going to go ahead and jump through right now. I should still regain my cap with just my afterburner on. So we're going to orbit that. We're going to go with that. There we go. See, now he has me red boxed right away. Let's orbit at 10k instead of 5. And he is just about done. There we go. And we'll go ahead and hit this one. Reload. And let's go see what Loot Fairy brought us on this one. All right. 477,000. So not horrible. All right, let's go ahead and head on out of here. Let's turn this off. And I am going to stop this, and I will resume when we're ready to do our next one.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, we've knocked out the Firestorm and the Gamma. So we're going to go ahead and do the Dark. And we need to get one more exotic. Because I have one exotic, but I don't have 2 of them. So we need to get one more exotic from loot so I can do that. But we do know that it can do the exotic because that's what it was originally made for. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and orbit that at 10. We've got a Blast Needle and an Ember Needle. First one, there we go. He is in range for guns and my missiles. And we are not cap stable, so we're not going to run that one. All right, number 2. All right, nice. Did not take a lot of damage, so won't take long to get that back up. There we go. Go ahead and loot that. And then we will jump into our next room. Our cap should be up good enough. Alright, so Loot Fairy says, oh, 730. That is our highest so far. Very nice. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Gain a little bit more cap before we get there. And let me go ahead and reload everything. That way we are fresh when we get in there. And we should have enough cap. Alright. For room number 2. Alright. Should be no problem there. Turn on our afterburner. We're going to start hitting him with our missiles, and he should be close enough. There we go. Start hitting him with our guns too. All right. So far, I mean, now granted, this is a T0. This is a Tranquil, it's a training one, but so far this fit has done well in pretty much everything. Now, we have not really hit any complicated rooms either, though. So we haven't had anything devoted or anything like that. So I'm going to turn off the afterburner here for a minute. And I'm going to go ahead and keep running my shield rep. We're going to bring that into about an orbit of 2500 because that Lancer is about dead. There we go. All right. Now, this is the lowest we have been on cap yet. All right. 393. So kind of on par with what we were talking about. Between 350 and 500K. All right. I'm going to let that recharge a little bit. But so far, this is a good fit. Can handle pretty much, looks like all of them. Though it is a little bit on the slow side, but definitely nothing that a new pilot shouldn't be able to fly and do well with. So while we wait for that cap, let's go ahead and reload our ammo. The cap regeneration's a little bit slow, but not too bad. I would jump in, but I do want to make sure that it's a little bit higher up, because if I do hit one of those devoteds, I'm going to need all the cap that I can get. My guns do not have the range, so that means I'm going to have to get up close and friendly. Missiles do, but those definitely don't have the DPS. Alright, that should be good enough. Let's go ahead and jump in. Alright, us striking. Should not be a problem. Let's turn on our afterburner. Oh, that is cool looking. yellow boxed. Let's see at what point. We're at about a quarter way through a third. Yeah, right about halfway, just a little bit before, is when he pretty much turns into a red box and starts attacking. But they do quite a bit of damage, so that's what it's gotta be. That is cool. Alright. We are going to approach instead of... This was the last room. Alright, what are we getting in this last one? 400k. Alright. So, that is 3 out of the 5 rooms. Do we have... Nope. No, that's calm. Yes, we have Tranquil Exotic, so that is what we're going to be doing next. And we're going to save the electric for last. Go ahead and reload everything. I guess I should have stopped it, but since we're almost there anyway, we'll go ahead and just knock this out without stopping. Alright, so we're going to do an exotic. So we have finished the Gamma, the Dark, and the Firestorm. So let's go ahead and do a Tranquil Exotic. And in we go. Now that is what this ship was actually designed for, but well, it's been doing good on all of them. And chances are it's because it's Tranquil. They're the lowest ones. Okay, we got a devoted hunter. So we are going to... This is going to be tough. So I am not going to use my whatchamacallit yet. This is the true test of this fit. So he is taking a decent amount of damage, but we are close to on pace. I'm going to go ahead and use some of this now to slow his damage down. Oh, there we go. Okay. So definitely he can hold up to him. Very nice. That was a devoted hunter. Now there's a devoted knight. And I'm not sure what the difference is. But let's go ahead. We're going to turn that off for a minute. Let's go ahead and run the rest of this damage down. Whew. Okay, my heart was going. I wasn't sure what to expect on that. But we knocked it out very well. Very well. So I'm still wondering, maybe I think a T2 only does a little bit more. So that does 30. And that is 35 per 2 seconds. So a little bit of a bonus. Alright, turn that off, turn our afterburner on. And we will go ahead and eventually get there and take this thing out. All right. Almost there. I guess we can burn a couple rockets while we make our way there. They won't do a whole lot of damage to it, but... Oh, it did more than I thought it would. Alright, Loot Fairy says 692 mil. Alright. And we are slowly building back up our cap. So we definitely want that cap for when we gotta take one of those on. But this ship tanked it nicely. I am on an alpha character, so I'm sitting at right about 1 million or 1.2 million, something like that, skill points actually learned, used, and I have about 900 unallocated, 900,000 unallocated. All right. We have spark needles. All right. These guys did not really give us much of a problem last time. We have 3 of them. Almost in range of my guns. There we go. Down, 2 to go. So I want to put my guns on him. And since it takes a little bit longer for the missiles to finish their cycle, I'm going to go ahead and put the missiles on the next one. There we go. All right. Go ahead and loot this. This is room 2. Reload. And our damage is just about repped. Alright. What did the Loot Fairy bring us in on this one? Alright, 514,000. Not horrible. Give it 1 burst of that. And we need to get about 2 rows of cap back, and we should be good. One down, 1 to go. Alright, we are going to go ahead and jump through. Our cap will be set. There we go. Got those 2 rows in. And last room. Then all we have left is an electric. Alright, Ember Lance shouldn't be an issue. Turn on our afterburner. Alright, start with the guns. Or the missiles, rather. There we go. Close enough for guns. He will be out, so we're just going to go ahead and approach. Ooh, now he does a lot more damage than the other ones did. Alright. That was the last room in here. Go ahead and run our damage down. One missile. Two missiles. So our third missile will be the final one. Alright. And we'll see what the loot fairy brings us this time. Turn that off. We're all healed up. Slowly but surely we will get there. Alright. And, ooh, nice, 802,000. This has been definitely the best one yet. I'm going to give it one burst here. I'm going to go ahead and stop this, and I will resume once we're ready to take on our last room.
Many minutes later.
Alright, here we are, last one. We are going into a tranquil electrical. And this will be our final one, so let's see. So far, it's handled everything great. I see probably no difference in this one. Only difference we may have is that we have better... Yeah, look at that. We are cap stable. So, that is definitely a bonus. We'll turn on our repper. Got our missiles and our guns on them. This time we really don't have to worry about running our repper while we do this. Alright, he's taking a decent amount of damage. He's going down pretty quick. This is our cap. But there we go. So let's go ahead and approach this. As soon as that damage is taken care of, we'll go ahead and shut that off. Let our cap build back up. Not that it matters as much. Alright. Go ahead and see what we have. We have 800K. Nice. Alright, into the next room. I like that. You're there, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So probably, what, about 210 once we jump through? Yep, right about 210. Alright. Nice and quick. Alright, we've got a striking Damovic. There we go. Take him out nice and quick. We're just going to approach. We're not even going to bother orbiting because he'll be dead by the time we get there. Now, this ship is well, I shouldn't say probably, definitely not the most efficient for these different sites, but for a new player who gets a free Cormorant anyway, when you're doing the security missions, career agent security missions, it's definitely worth it because you don't have as much money to invest. All right. That is the end of room 2. And we get 657,000. So let's go ahead and jump into our next room. Turn off our shield repper because we don't need it. Definitely not like not having to worry about cap. All right, we are under 5 minutes by quite a bit. So it looks like, yep, 20 seconds. So 4 minutes and 20 seconds. And we are through with 2 rooms. All right. So we're just going to go ahead and approach. We have 2 spark needles. So not overly concerned about this one either. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right. Take these guys out. Pop that last can, and we are done. I didn't even need that last missile, actually. Turn that up. Or loot our last can, and we will see the totals. Now again, it's going to be lower than with frigates, because this is a destroyer, but when you get a free destroyer, and you've already got the skills to do it, you might as well use it. See what the final loot fairy is going to give us. Alright, 519k. So let's go ahead, let's get out of here. We made a total of 6,630,000. That was with 4 different Abyssal runs. That was the exotic, the Firestorm, the dark, and the electric. And we had made 1 point something or other, 1.6 I think, or 1.2 on the gamma that we ran to start things off. So this ship is definitely doable for all 5 tranquil runs. It held up great, and again, I am a new pilot on this character. As you can see, I have a total of 2.6 million. Okay, so a little bit higher than I thought. And I have 900,000 unallocated. So that means that we are about 1.5 million XP in. So definitely nothing, you know, unbelievable or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. If you've enjoyed this video, please, please, please press that like button and that subscribe button. Let YouTube and myself know how I'm doing. And then go ahead and press that notification button so you are notified when I go live or put in new videos or other content. So, as always, thank you for watching and fly dangerous.